over in the setups in the pool stations now. Monihalla locked in on the Amugi. Love to see that.
Hey, so
You already won! No, I'm just kidding.
no, I mean, what you thought? Yeah, champ select. You know, that's how you do it.
Sgrape seems to be on the Nash, which is an interesting pick. Obviously, he's been prophesized to be very strong in 2s, but we haven't seen it have so much success in 1v1s, except Sgrape, who's been rocking the Nash very well so far.
Yeah, and I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, Sgrape really known for playing that Spear on that Orion as well, and then Hammer is such a popular weapon in the metagame right now. Combine those things together, you don't have to be a genius to figure out how he landed on this Legend, and that's exactly what he was looking for. And I mean, that side air he just got is the exact reason that he's playing Nash as well. Side Force is the name of the game right now. Everyone, pretty much every Legend you see on the screen throughout today and yesterday have a ridiculously high attack stat.
Yeah, exactly, and you're seeing this from Sgrape now, and he's already showing off the strength of the Nash. You thought Taros hit hard, man. Nash is also right there with him. Nice end light there to call up the dodge in place, and now we have Monihalla evening up the stocks here, and he's going to be cycling over to a Greatsword. We haven't seen the extended Greatsword strings, as Greatsword took the brunt end of a lot of the bad nerfs in the most recent patches, but Monihalla seems to be sticking through here. Forward air into recovery. Love to see that, landing with the down air as well, putting the key. The sword in the stone, but Sgrape gets the down line. Misses the side light. That's a big drop.
All right, you can see Monihalla waiting on the side, goes ahead and picks up that weapon, trying to get these down airs, gets stuck in that landing animation, and ends up eating a pretty hefty punish for it. Sgrape still putting on a lot of pressure here. Monihalla, I mean, the toughest thing about Greatsword, the thing that you feel the most about the nerfs, is you're not allowed to miss as much anymore, right? And so for all these openers that Monihalla is not able to secure, these are more opportunities for Sgrape to go ahead and secure that knockout. You see right there, manages to get a gravity cancel end light to go ahead and finish out that penultimate stock of Monihalla, and Monihalla go ahead and try to get the immediate weapon pickup into signature. It works a lot of the time, just not this one.
Sgrape great movement so far. Nice end light there as he goes for the side light, and Monihalla gets back to center stage. All things considered, Sgrape not really taking any of the negatives of the lower speed stat on Nash, playing pretty snappy, and altogether has been dominating and smothering Monihalla, a player that's known for doing that to other people. The end light comes out from Monihalla. Not enough to KO, neither does that side air, but Sgrape still having really good chances at winning this game. Obviously up so much.
Yeah, I mean, good movement as well. Monihalla kind of falling behind in that regard. Gets caught by the unarmed down sig. Money, gonna try to recover high. Nice beautiful weapon throw. Go ahead and stuff that out. Uses a down sig as a reversal option as well. And now in a pretty tough spot. But this is the thing about Greatsword. The comeback potential is high with this weapon, right? You get about 2 dodge reads and you're able to win, but that's not going to be the name of the game this time around, as Sgrape is able to go ahead, pick up that hammer, find the nair, and secure that game number 1.
Monihalla definitely struggling in that game, but brought it to last stock versus Sgrape, who showing off the strength of the Nash right now. We've been seeing a lot of signatures come out from Sgrape. We haven't seen a lot of connections on them, but it's just been a lot of Sgrape playing into the hammer, high strength hammer, and getting the damage. Not a lot of spear action, which what you would expect. I mean, sometimes spear is really, really good. It's really good in the meta right now, but not much of that.
And I think the tough part too, when you're playing a weapon like Greatsword into something like hammer, whiffing just hurts a lot more, because then you get punished by a downlight, and it's like, wow, I just took like 30 plus damage for missing one move. Meanwhile, you know, you're sitting here, Greatsword, despite people talking about, oh, it takes you to like red and 1 dodge read, it requires the dodge read to do that. All of these openers aren't going to do enough damage on their own. For Money here, you know, he goes for a 3-hit string right there. I don't even think Sgrape burned the dodge. I think he just called him out and said, I'm just going to do it. It's kind of plays like that you have to do in order to stay relevant and keep up with your opponent sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with the way that the damage output's going. Even versus a tank that Amugi is, with 8 strength, 8 defense, he's like still getting outpaced by Sgrape. And the weapon in general just doing so much better. The backwards hitbox of the Nair closes out that stock, knocks a home run out with that turtle, and yeah, it's looking rough for Monihalla.
All right, Monihalla trying his best here to stay relevant. I mean, game 1 did not go his way. Game 2 not looking much better. Needs to get this stock, maybe a down sig. No, goes for a down air. That's not going to connect. The neutral sig also going to whiff as well. Sgrape with a beautiful chain here. Gonna get the recovery as the reversal, and they're gonna try to maybe get this edge guard. Beautiful weapon throw from Monihalla to go ahead and stuff that out. But now stuck in the corner. Turn around end light. Still not enough juice on that. We have a really high drop here. Ooh, does not cover the corner there. Great awareness from Sgrape, honestly, to know that was gonna hit.
Holding on to the wall and realizing that, you know, you don't have to burn resources. So important when you're on the wall in Brawlhalla. Nice GC downlight into recovery, even on the unarmed, racking on that extra credit. Monihalla chasing the aerial drip with the side air. Love to see that from Money, getting the Axe in. Axe is in a good spot right now, so Amugi by proxy still can be strong, but we've yet to see the Greatsword come online in the way we expect Monihalla to do so.
Yeah, you're kind of hoping, you know, for Monihalla to, for lack of a better term, just kind of gets people up here. You know, hit him with an opener, maybe 1-2, then go for a dodge, re-get it, and then, you know, maybe go for a couple resets to really extend that advantage state. Instead, what we're seeing is really just Money, you know, sometimes just getting the rare 3-hit string just off a guess that Sgrape is going to dodge, and then that's kind of it. Here we got a 5-hit string guaranteed. Woo! That's what we like to see. And then there to chase. He's going for the chase dodge nair as well, but instead, whoa, what a brave play from Sgrape to go ahead and challenge him at the top, but he's up in stock, so it's worth, and now he has a hammer in hand. It's looking like a tough look for Monihalla.
Nice side air once again now, Sgrape. Back against the wall, gets back as Monihalla whiffs it down, Sig on the Greatsword, and the down air does whiff punish it. Goes for the weapon toss into GC downlight, doesn't get it, but a spear now online for Sgrape. Look at it, maybe put some space between the two of them.
See Monihalla, you know, biding his time a little bit, tries to go for a read with that recovery, but startup frame's a little bit too slow. Sgrape is able to respond and react with the dodge, and now Money trying to play the grounded game. Can I anti-air him with the downlight? Can I use the basic tools of my axe to maybe secure this knockout? Another recovery is going to work this time around, spiking Sgrape down to the depths.
His reaction is kind of working against him there. He reacts and dodges in place and ends up getting hit by the downward spiking hitbox. Unfortunate, but Monihalla kind of having his number there. That's a big opportunity now. The dodge in place, but doesn't get punished.
Yeah, an opportunity there for Monihalla would have been to go for that bridge and then wait, but tried to read Sgrape again. Another opportunity. This is actually a pretty decent spot for Monihalla, all things considered. You get one dodge read, you win the game here. Sgrape has to play, you know, that's similar, like you get one more hit. I mean, you're Nash, hit really hard. That might have been it. Granted, if you're hitting upwards, it's going to take more just because of that defensive movie and a high ceiling on the stage. But even with that, like, Nash force is just extremely high. So, like, yeah, that downer is going to do it.
Monihalla head in hands, realizing that that read, the side light into the side signature was a little bit too hasty, not quite earning the read. You see Sgrape looks so confident here. We see the down stick there on the first stock, doesn't KO, but ends up getting it with an air anyway. And Sgrape, even on a stage like Small Fortress of Lions, finding all 3 of the KOs off the top, making it so that the side blast zone's not really a problem for Sgrape. I mean, that's just a matter of high strength Nash. It's so scary to deal with.
Yeah, now at this point, I mean, Monihalla back against the ropes here. We're looking at the accuracy count. Honestly, pretty close between the two. The damage differential even in barely hitting the double digits there. But with that said, like, Monihalla kind of in a tougher spot when it comes to securing the knockouts, right? The Greatsword does not have a true confirm that you can go to in those high damage situations to fall back on when you want to take the stock. Same thing with the axe. It does not exist. So it means Monihalla is going to have to make some kind of a read at some point in order to secure the knockouts with the Boogie, or, you know, alternatively rack up so much damage that the light attacks from the axe are going to be able to KO. And that just means that when it comes down to the last stock situation, it's just a lot more pressure to play perfect. Meanwhile, Sgrape, you know, with that hammer, you just kind of swing. And swinging he is. Look at this.
I think most Icely is an amazing hammer stage, and you're seeing that from Sgrape now, who goes deep underneath it. Monihalla goes for the down air there to reversal the situation, not getting any bridges or sidelights, just aerial so far as Sgrape takes over the pace of this match with all this damage. The dodge reading dodge in, that's twice for Monihalla. Reading the dodge in, doesn't find it, finds it there though. The side air will catch and KO.
Yeah, that Greatsword side air is like incredibly potent. Pretty slow move, comes out, you know, just incredibly late. But because of that, it gets that little bit of added oomph when it does connect, right? Great chase down from Sgrape there with the recovery to go ahead and catch Monihalla on the top left. You know, that slow speed stat coming out there from the Boogie means you don't have a whole lot of drift just to kind of finagle your way around that speed recovery when you get threatened like that. So just great awareness altogether to go ahead and know exactly how to catch Monihalla out there. And now we have ourselves a tight battle.
Nice snare there from Monihalla retaliating versus Sgrape, but it feels like Sgrape just somehow gets 2, 3, 4 hits on the low dex legend, doesn't get punished for any of it, and like it slowly builds leads that Monihalla can't come back from. We see that there with the D-Light in the side, they're disarming Monihalla, and you're a guest for game now. You make a mistake out of the corner here, you lose a stock, but he makes it right there and avoids it.
Okay, and Sgrape at this point, whipping an attack and then covering himself with that unlike one of the fastest moves on that hammer kit. And it works out quite well. Monihalla gets greedy The side light nair, side air is not, it's not a true combo, obviously. You know, you get the nair guarantee, but going for the side air, it's just greedy, because you know your opponent has a dodge there. Most people are going to dodge in that situation. I think Sgrape, you know, or rather Money, maybe just like...
Oh no! Monihalla with sweat beads doesn't have a dodge to get back, does make it back somehow, but Sgrape saying, I'll take it to you with the hands, man, but that D-Sig will come out and almost KO, not quite though, even coast to coast. Oh, avoiding the ground pound. Such a gamble there for your tournament life. Monihalla makes it back somehow, but Sgrape has so much of a lead into the weapon toss. Double D-Light into side air, not enough to KO, but Sgrape is running away with the game. Monihalla with one more chance to make it back, but it won't be here. Sgrape moves forward in top 16.
Yeah, I think toward the end of that game, it looked like Monihalla just kind of got deflated. You know? It just kind of seemed like he didn't know what the answer was. Couldn't really figure it out. You can see right there in the cam, he's just looking down, hands over his face, just a bit defeated, quite literally, because he will no longer be in the bracket getting knocked out here on the elimination side, but also defeated because just like it feels really tough when you dedicate so much of yourself as a competitor